my king here. Well, spring has sprung, and I think we are all thrilled. All thrilled. We are ready to spring forward, truly spring forward into a new year as we truly start to stabilize and innovate. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later in the video. But first, I want to highlight a very special person, and that special person is JT Tilson. He is a young man in his 20s now, father and an artist. At one point in time, he was a teenager in the homeless youth program for our Volunteers of America Northern California, Northern Nevada affiliate. I want to thank Rhonda Maurer for sharing this with me, and also Leo McFarland for sharing it with Rhonda. You are going to see a beautiful painting. If we can flash that painting up, it is called One Race. He is, as I mentioned to you, JT is now an artist. This is his painting called One Race. It's uniting people from different backgrounds, ethnicity, coming together, uniting to make change and peace in the world. That is the purpose of this piece of work of his. I just love it. I think it's a great symbol for the work that we do at Volunteers of America. That's why I wanted to share it with all of you, and we're going to look into sharing this as far and wide as we can, because I think it's absolutely a stunning piece of work done by truly an artist that has been supported by and enhanced by the Association with Volunteers of America, and he is truly part of our Volunteers of America family. So thank you, JT. Thank you, Leo, and all the folks out on the West Coast for sharing this with us. We love it. We absolutely love it. And also coming attractions. You have some coming attractions just next week. Next week on April the 14th, Wednesday, at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, make the translation for your time zone, please. You will see the very first event of our virtual national conference series. Now, again, big thank yous to our folks from our conference planning group, Nicole Jones, Linda Goebel, Teresa Afaro. You know, these folks have been as nimble as you can be. You know, if I could have been that nimble, I would have played football or something. I mean, they've been incredibly nimble as far as making changes, making adjustments, so you can still have this great staff development work and education and training. And what they're bringing to us here is just perfect. Remember what I mentioned earlier about the challenges, the polarity we face as nonprofit leaders this year of stabilization and innovation, really balancing those two things. We couldn't have a better leadoff speaker for that than Dr. Chris Bingham from the University of North Carolina. You'll love the title. You can tell he comes from the University of North Carolina, great basketball school, The Plant and the Pivot. The Plant and the Pivot, how to build on our rich history and innovate for the future. That's the title of his presentation. He's got honors that are too many to mention in today's video, but let me tell you, one of the things that jumped off the page at me was the fact that as he was teaching in the MBA program there at the University of North Carolina, his class regularly was voted the best core class, and that is a huge honor, not to mention all the research projects and all of his writings that you're going to hear more about. But this ought to be a special way to kick off this very first virtual national conference series for us. So stay tuned, watch for that, tune into that, and we know you'll enjoy it. So hey, keep up the great work there in the trenches. God bless you.